Yep. Hello guys, you are welcome to Real Talks with Chris Ekhator. This is the first time simultaneously we are going live on YouTube and going live on Facebook, and then also recording the podcast. So I'm excited. Like we said, we constantly try to push the button. We try to be 10 times better anytime we come to you online. So today's real talk, let us talk about the money game of Nigeria. The money game of Nigeria. What does that mean? The money game of Nigeria. What that simply means is that in Nigeria, it is the people that have money that have the voice. It is the people that have money that can go far in life. It is the people that have money that are able to do those things that people would think are impossible. Now, Nigeria is a country that depends on the buying and selling of crude oil. Our major source of foreign exchange is crude oil, not refined oil. Now that we're having a problem in that sector, the government is looking for money from every angle. So that is why I encourage people who are into businesses to make sure that they pay their taxes regularly, that they keep their books clean, and they keep their records intact, because a time would come when the government would like to look into your books and then of course see how you have been doing business and how you have been making money. There is nothing wrong with taxes. There's nothing wrong with government collecting taxes from their citizens. But however, is the government doing those things that taxpayers expect them to do? The answer may be no. The answer may be yes. It depends on where you are looking at it from. So I remember clearly during the time of the former central bank governor, when there was scarcity of naira, when it was difficult to even get naira, talk less of getting dollars. It was a challenging period for people in business, for someone like me who has never in his life, experienced any shortage of naira. We've experienced shortage of jobs, but never shortage of naira. So it was very difficult. It was very challenging. You go to the ATM was not working. It was not dispensing the new naira note. It was not dispensing the old naira note. Everybody has submitted or returned their old notes in exchange for the new note, but that was not forthcoming. So we now resorted to using mobile money for transfer of goods and services. It was a big time challenge for everyone in Nigeria. So you have money in your account, but you cannot get cash. You have cash at hand. It was risky. Okay, so that was the period I discovered that there is another level to money than I was used to. Okay, let me adjust this, please. So that was the first time I discovered that there is a power game going on, above my head, and there is a money game going on around town, and I did not know how to play that game. So, but now I know better. Now, I won't say we're 100% ready, but I know for sure that relationship is extremely important if you want to play that money game very well. So, how do you play the money game? The most important thing to understand, as usual, is that money is a means of exchange of goods and services. So if you don't have goods and services to exchange, you are bringing nothing to the game. You are not bringing any skin to the game. You are not having foot on ground, to fight or to play to win in that game of money. So having that understanding, that mindset that money basically is for the exchange of value, the exchange of goods and services. Once you have that understanding, it will be very easy for you to know and play that game by the rules, exchange of value. And then secondly, relationships is extremely important in the game of money. Relationships. The people that you have healthy business relationships with are the people that will sustain you, sustain your businesses, sustain distribution of goods and services, all right, in exchange for that value. So without a good, healthy relationship, you will not be able to play that money game very well. And then something else I also discovered that period was opportunity for people who understood the game of money. Because I did not understand the game of money and the rules that governs the game of money, it was not easy for me to play attack, play midfield, or play defenses. Why? Because I did not know that there was opportunity to make money. We could have used low forms of technology at that period because SMS was working, all right. This money, mobile money, were all working, but I did not know the role of technology when there is scarcity of money in paper or money in the form of cash. And then the other one was wisdom. Because I did not have the knowledge, I did not have the wisdom, it was extremely difficult for me to apply the knowledge I did not have. Neither could I apply the wisdom that I did not have. So you must have a knowledge and a good understanding of the money game that goes on in your community, that goes on in your family, that goes on in the country, that goes on all over the world. So money game, the game of money is not limited only to Nigeria. It is played in Ghana, it is played in South Africa, it is played in America, it is played in Europe, it is played in London, it is played all over the world. The people who understand the old money and the new money, they know how to play that game and they understand the rule of the game. And then also we talk about people who have natural talent for money, people who have built a team around money, around finance, around funds, around cash, around currency. People who have talent for these things, people who have been able to gather a team of people who have different knowledge across the length and breadth of the game, of the field of play, of the money game. These guys were ready and they were able to time, they understood the timing in which we're in, they understood the era in which we're in, and they played the game and they cashed out. And then habits, habit. You must have a good money habit. Whether there's a game or there's no game, if you have poor money management habit, you will lose out. If you have poor habits for making money, you will lose out. So I discovered that to grow in that field of the money game, I needed to have set goals for myself. I needed to have built relationships. I needed to know how to spot opportunities. I needed to know the kind of wisdom I needed to apply that period, and then also needed to know the kind of talents that could have formed part of my team, and then of course the habits. All these things, in short, most of them was missing, so I was not able to play that game during the period when there was scarcity of money, scarcity of naira in Nigeria. But now that I know better, we are ready. We are ready to contribute to the GDP of Nigeria, the GDP of the world, and then of course the gross domestic production or gross domestic product of humanity. So that is the real talk for the day. When next we come your way we would throw more light on the nature of money, how to make it, how to grow it, how to retain it. That's the few we have to share with you today on the Real Talks with Chris Ekhator. I hope you have learned something today. Until we come your way again next time. So if you're on YouTube, you have not subscribed to our channel, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, share this video. And then if you are following us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, and you have not liked any of our content, you have not made any comment, I will encourage you to comment on the Christmas Lagos in Facebook, and then Christmas Digital on YouTube, and then Christmas on Instagram. So that's it for today. Thank you for being with us today on this podcast, on this live on YouTube, and then live on Facebook. Thank you. God bless you. Guys, have a great day. Bye.